February 25th. Salvation in a Fireball. Tarrant clamped the heavy blaster tight to his side and planted his feet on the deck. He didn't know how many rounds he'd get off before his armor gave and someone took him down, but he wasn't going to let them take the corridor without a fight. As soon as the weapon was settled, he pulled the trigger and froze the servos in his glove to keep it in place, and then he started hosing the space before him. Behind him, he could hear doors sliding open and then closed, felt the faint shudder as life pods pulled free of the ship. Ahead of him, he created carnage. Keeping his feet planted and his hands fixed in position, he turned his body to direct his fire. He doubted he'd get the time to change the power pack. They were coming so thick and fast. At least they hadn't started up the walls yet. That was the next stage of development, and they had to feed first. "Not this time, you multi-legged sons of bitches," he muttered, spreading the deck thick with ichor and shattered carapace, but not seeing an end to their advance. If he ever found out who'd skipped the decontamination process, he was going to throw them in a cell full of larvae and watch them scream. "Gunner, is your suit sealed?" The voice intruded out of nowhere, and he answered instinctively. "Affirmative." "Hold your fire. We're coming to get you." They were? Good fucking luck, he told them, but he released the servos and eased up on the trigger. No sooner had his stream of fire stopped than the wall blew in and he blew out with the ship's atmosphere. The bugs fared a lot worse. Not quite mature, they didn't last long in vacuum. Tarrant saw more than a dozen explode as he pinwheeled into the black. He figured that even if the voice didn't keep its promise, it was worth it. Maybe. He'd like that ship. He watched it break apart in a coruscating ball of fire just as he slammed into something solid, hard enough to jar the breath from his lungs. Well, that sucked. "Don't move. Drop the gun." He still had the gun? Drop the gun! He tried to comply, managed to get his fingers to unclamp from around the stock. "Don't move." Like he could if he tried. Being planted face first into the deck hadn't been on his bucket list either. Maybe they'd explain before they killed him. "We are Odyssey" was not exactly what he wanted to hear, but it was better than a blaster to the head. Looked like he might get to live, after all.